Hey guys, what's up? Scottish Duck here once again. Okay, it's Sunday video. Yeah, let's go. This is going to be a very quick collection update. I'm pretty much doing this because I don't really have anything else to talk about at the moment. Actually, I do, and I'll get into that as we go along. But not too many games here today, but I think April is going to be quite a busy month for me, you know. I mean, I'm already, like, these games I'm about to show you right now, some of them I haven't played yet, and I am just like, too many games. I moan about this all the time, but there's really too many games, okay? Like, the heavy hitters for April, for me, for definite, are going to be Persona 5, Yooka-Laylee, and Dragon Quest Heroes 2, and that's not everything today, so I gotta get through all these games as quickly as I can, so without further ado, let's get this shit on the road, right? I'm going to start off with two digital titles that have sparked my interest. The first one of which is Titanfall 2. Now, I can't mind if I actually talked about this in a previous collection update. I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't, because I kind of forgot I had it because I had to install it on Origin, okay? And yeah, Origin, it's like, can't I just add it to Steam? No, you can't do that. So it's like, there probably is ways. I'm still fairly ignorant in the ways of PC gaming and stuff, but it was on sale on Origin and I decided to pick up because I heard so many nice things about it. About how it was a lot more like, kinetic was the word I heard and liked, you know. Just looking at it, it reminded me of like Doom from a few months ago. Yeah, Doom was last year, what the fuck am I talking about? You know, where it's just a really like fast-paced, shooter where there's very little strategy involved. You're just literally cutting about, doing shit, and you know, you got like your mech stuff, you got platforming as well into the game. It all looked like fun as hell, so I was very keen to play it, and yeah, I've started playing it and I'm enjoying it very much. And another thing I heard about it that really surprised me was the surprisingly emotional story between, like, you know, the player and the Titan, you know, the big mech thing that you fight with. And I haven't gotten that far yet that I've really noticed it, but I love those type of stories, you know, so I look forward to seeing what we get with it, for definite. Let's see, what else? The other game that I picked up was Snake Pass. Now, Snake Pass is getting like a decent amount of like exposure at the moment because it's on the Switch. I think it was like, I believe it was the first multi-platform game to be released on the Switch simultaneously with like all of its other releases. And what really drew me to it is because it's by Sumo Digital, the same guys that did, like, you know, the Sonic and Sega racing games, Sega Rally and Outrun 2. A lot of Sega racing games there, so it was very intriguing that they would do a random platformer starring a snake, you know? And looking at it, it's actually really interesting. It's like, you've never really seen anything like it because it's a platformer game where you don't jump, okay? And yes, those do exist. Knights, Beyond Good and Evil, you know? Like, those are what I would consider platforming games. There's a degree of, like, collecting, you know, moving correctly while avoiding death and stuff, you know? Things that you would normally see in a platformer, you're just not jumping. But here, yeah, as I said before, you play as a snake, and the snake physics are like so cool, okay? You have to wrap yourself around shit in order to climb them and to like get through the level that way, and I never get bored like looking at the thing, okay? Just as another example, you move actually forward by holding down the R trigger, and if you go in a straight line, he'll just go really slowly. What you have to do is you have to tilt the left analog stick to sort of like swerve about like a snake does, and then he'll move really quickly. Just stuff like that. It's really, really impressive, you know? I gotta play more of it for definite. But yeah, Snake Pass. Definitely, if you haven't already and you're a fan of platformers, check that one out. So yeah, let's go on to the physical releases here. First one I got here is the only one that's not on PS4. This is Story of Seasons Trio of Towns. Now, this is the latest game in the Harvest Moon series. I've explained Story of Seasons, Harvest Moon hundreds of times. Go look it up if you don't know. And yeah, this is an American copy, as you can see. Fuck knows if we'll get this over here, because we didn't get like Story of Seasons, the first one, until like a year later. And by then I'd already played the fuck out of the American version of that one. But yeah, there's something about these Harvest Moon games that are on like the 3DS, you know, like Harvest Moon: A New Beginning, the first Story of Seasons, and now this. They are wonderful games. They truly, truly are. I've like went about playing like other Harvest Moon games in between these, and maybe with the slight exception of the first one on the Super Nintendo, I really like that one. None of them have really compared to the amount of enjoyment I have on this. It might be because it's like a portable console and that has something to do with it. I don't know. There's still quite a few Harvest Moon games to play. Like I got Harvest Moon 64 on the Wii U there, for example. That just came out randomly. I'll definitely want to be giving that a try, but not before I finish this, because this is a very... yeah, it's Harvest Moon, okay? That's pretty much the main shtick this time, is that you've got 3 different towns: Texas, Hawaii, and Japan. I'm sure they have like real names, but that's what they are. They're called to me: Texas, Hawaii, and Japan. And yeah, you've got to trade between the 3 towns and talk to different people at the 3 towns. You know, that's the gimmick, the 3 towns. But it's good shit. It's definitely good shit. So yeah, Story of Seasons. Right, how should I go about this? Okay, we'll do these 2 first because they're still wrapped in cellophane. Fuck knows if I'll get around to playing them. The first one is Neo. Now, I'm surprised I went and got this because I'm a very... like, you hear a lot of comparisons between this and the Souls games, you know? And I'm a very, like, probably below average fan of the Souls games. You know, I like some of them, but I've never beaten any of them, and I don't really go out of my way. I've not played Dark Souls 3 yet, for example. I don't really go out of my way to like follow the series, you know, to me it kind of just exists. But I heard like, I saw gameplay of it, and I was like, yeah, that's the Souls games, but the fact that it was like hailed as such a worthy like competitor to it, and it was by Team Ninja as well, okay? I don't think, and Team Ninja, they've not like made a decent game since Hidekage left. Hidekage's not made a decent game since he left either, but so it was just really nice to see a Team Ninja game come out and be like, yeah, everybody likes this. So I was like, gotta give it a try. Who knows when I'll get round to it, but I got it anyway, so we'll see, we'll see. And the other one I got here that's sealed is Atelier Virus. I like the Atelier games. I actually have all of the Atelier games in a pile here because I keep meaning to do a video on them. Because it was just a couple months ago there, I just started playing Atelier Chalet, which is the 6th in the series. This is the 8th. When I say series, I mean like the current... the Atelier series is big, okay? Anyway, so there's that, yeah. I can't play this until I play, where is that? The other one I have, Atelier Sophie. What the fuck is it? Come on, don't make me look like a stupid. I want to hold the game up to prove a point. Where the fuck is it? Atelier. Okay, it's there, I promise. I have a Atelier. Actually, you know where it is? It's on the pile, isn't it? Yep, here it is. It's in by the PS3 games because they're on PS3. But yeah, there you go. I've got that. Still wrapped in cellophane as well. I assure you, I do love these games a lot. Who knows when I'll get round to them? But yeah, that's a thing. Okay, now the next two. Okay, well, this next one actually. This is a game that I kind of want to review. I just beat it the other night there, and it's wonderful. It's so Nier Automata. I really liked the first Nier, you know. I didn't really appreciate the first Nier until a few years after it came out. You know, I played it a few years ago, and really became a part of like that sort of cult following, you know. I thought it was a really special game, but this one, made by Platinum Games, more of the same, like just completely fucks with you. One comment I saw that I totally agree with is that this is on Hideo Kojima levels of like fucking you up, you know? Just there's so much like, you know, head-turning moments where you're just like, what? And yeah, there's like, I want to tell a story, okay? I want to tell a story. This may be a somewhat slight spoiler, but I really want to tell a story about this game, and this might not apply to everybody, but it was something that applied to me. There are 2 characters in this game. Adam and Eve, okay? Biblical reference, obviously, and they're both brothers, okay? They're both guys. And Adam and Eve are sitting at a table reading books, and they're both robots, incidentally. And Eve goes, "Brother, why are we reading these books? Why can't we just upload this data directly into our system?" And Adam responds, "Oh, silly brother, I'm paraphrasing, silly brother, knowledge enriches your life and, like, makes you more, ripe." You know, he's basically seeing knowledge as king and stuff, you know? And Eve just goes, "Yeah, alright. By the way, this book says Eve is a girl's name. Why is that my name? Couldn't I have been called Abel or Cain or something?" And I'm watching the cutscene. Abel and Cain? The Fire Emblem characters? Did they just make a Fire Emblem reference? That was random. I Google Abel and Cain again, you know? And then I'm like, oh, Abel and Cain is something from the Bible. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm not religious. I don't fucking know this shit. And I was just like, okay. So the Fire Emblem characters are also a biblical reference. Oh, okay. And I just sort of thought about it for a wee while. I'm like, wait a minute. Did this game just play me? Okay. Adam was going on about how knowledge is key and, like, enriches your life, and here I am, completely fucking ignorant of a biblical reference, thinking it was a video game reference. So, I don't know if that's what the cutscene was meant to do. It was meant to catch gamers who would have thought that that was a Fire Emblem reference and a trap, alright? But that's what happened to me, and I was just like, this fucking game. And the game is just filled with moments like that. It's really, truly wonderful, and could be one of the best games I've ever played. It really is. Massive, definite Game of the Year contender here. Possibly beats out Zelda? It's a hard one to say. I'll have to think about that, but definitely brilliant. Okay. And then the last one we got here is Horizon Zero Dawn. And I gotta be honest, my experience with this game so far was that as soon as I beat Nier Automata, or I still don't know how to say it, but I was just like, that game was so good, but my body was moving on its own. It's like, right, gotta get the next game on the go, ain't got all the time in the world, gotta beat all this shit, and I'm just like playing through the beginning of the game and all that, and stuff, and I'm just like thinking of Nier Automata, and I'm just saying, Horizon, I'm sure you're a brilliant game, and I'm sure you're trying right now, but I just cannot deal with you right now. I am too emotionally, like, fucked from Nier Automata that I just couldn't, you know? So I put this away and went to go play Story of Seasons or Titanfall 2 and stuff, so I was just like, eventually, Horizon, eventually. So, that's that, guys. Yeah, can't wait to April.